Hey everybody, my name is John. Welcome to another edition of Zoneone Beer Club. This evening we're going to be looking at one that I've never had. I picked this up not too long ago up in Indianapolis at a package store called Sobro Liquors. If you're ever up in the Indianapolis area, and you definitely need to check out this package store. They sell beers at a reasonable price, real cheap. But I've never seen this one, and I thought, hey, I think it was like $1.75 for a 24-ounce can. So I got to get it, and I got it. This here is Genesee Ice. Pretty cool looking can. Probably saved the can. 24-ounce, $1.75. 5.5% alcohol by volume. As everybody knows, I'm not gonna lie, I am not an ice guy, but for $1.75, I'm gonna try it. Let's pour down the middle, see what we get. The head's just exploding on it. Hey, but I got to take a second to shout out. I don't give a lot of shout outs, but I got to give a shout out to the old birthday boy himself, Jerry Fort, the beer review guy. Cheers to you, buddy. Happy birthday. I hope you had a good one. He lives in Oklahoma, and everybody knows what you get in Oklahoma. You get prairie beers, and prairie beers are awesome. So I hope you got plenty for your birthday, buddy. And I'd like to see you do some reviews on some prairie beers. But, you know, I mean, back to this beer, it's got quite a few bubbles floating in it. I mean, the head's really not dissipated much. Looks like your typical adjunct beer. We'll pour a little bit more in it. A lot of controversy on who come out with the first ice beer. Was it these? Was it Ice House? You know, and but you know, from everything I've seen, not done a lot of research, but Genesee's come out with the ice beer first, and then a few months later, you got Ice House by Plank Road Brewing Company. Not a big fan of Ice House, never have been, probably never will be. Drink one on a rare occasion when I walk over to the neighbors, and she has a few, but not a fan. But let's compare this to the other beers I've had of ice, and I think everybody knows what ice beers are. It's where they're frozen, and they scrape the ice off, you know, etc., etc., etc. So, but hey, let's give it a smell. It smells like your typical ice adjunct beer. Actually, a little bit better than an ice beer. Get some grains, some malts, big malts, but it doesn't smell like your typical ice beers that I'm not a fan of, that's got those characteristics of that awful smell and taste to it. So, but hey, let's give it a taste. It's not bad. It's really not bad. It doesn't have the characteristics that an Ice House has. If I was to compare this beer to a beer, I would probably, it's really smooth. A lot more smoother than what I thought it would be for an ice beer at 5.5. But I would, yeah, I mean, I hate to say this, but I'd put it up there with a Bud Ice. It kind of tastes almost like your typical light ABV malt liquor with a wang to it. But Genesee Ice, I'm going to tell you, if you ever get a chance to buy this in the Indianapolis area, because I'm down close to Louisville, you can't get it down around here. That's the only place I've ever seen it. Genesee Ice, Sobro Liquors, Indianapolis, Indiana. $1.75, 24-ounce can, well worth the money. But yeah, I mean, this is a good beer. It's a good ice beer, probably one of my favorite ice beers. I always said that probably Bud Ice was probably my favorite one, but I think I found a new favorite one. And I'll be up in Indianapolis next month, and I will probably stop by there more likely and get some more. But you know, I guess if I had to really think deep, Molson Triple X. This is probably a little bit better than Molson Triple X. I'd put it maybe a step above the Bud Ice, just the flavor and content of the beer. But I don't know if a lot of you people had Molson Triple X. It's a pretty good one, but this here is a step above. This is almost, hang on a minute. This is almost one I would go label out. But anyways, I'm John, Zoneone Beer Club, Genesee Ice. Ice, baby. Shout out to old Jerry Ford. Happy birthday, buddy. I hope you can get this beer if you can. Review it and try it. Like, subscribe, comment. If you want me to try something, this is a good budget beer right here. And that's why I like doing budget beers. Let me know. I'm John, Zoneone Beer Club. I'm out of here.